Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Lashe, good to have you here. I was just asking Lashe because I knew he was leaving. He's been with us for 5 years. He's leaving Fiji in 2 years' time. And we've had a wonderful relationship with him whilst he's been at the World Bank, and he's done a lot of good things for Fiji and by Fiji. So please put your hands together for Lashe. I was looking for my green shirt this morning. I couldn't find it, but he obviously beat me to it. I'm glad somebody's all greened out this morning. Ladies and gentlemen, the World Bank's and the Fijian government's relationship has been very strong. In particular, I think over the past number of years, in particular, whilst Lars has been here, it's matured quite significantly also. And the World Bank has also been very much assisting the Fijian government in terms of bringing about new ways of thinking, in particular post-pandemic, or in fact during the pandemic. What we could do to ensure that the economy remained robust, notwithstanding the conditions that came out of the COVID-19, what we could do to ensure there's social protection, to ensure that people did not fall through the cracks. These things are fundamental to ensuring that we not only have socioeconomic stability, but also to ensure there's continuity in terms of policies. The Jobs for Nature program, of course, has been very much part and parcel of the Fijian government's quest to not only address climate change issues, but also address environmental issues. The beauty about Jobs for Nature 2.0 is that it's extremely multifaceted. It will not only provide people with jobs, it will create economic opportunities. It will help mitigate climate risks. It will also ensure that we are reducing our carbon footprint also. Because if you look at it fundamentally, Jobs for Nature involves a lot of planting of seagrasses, mangroves, trees, etc. I've got a list of all the types of seedlings that we are looking at in terms of growing that should be planted. And they're not only to do, for example, with mangroves, vetiver grass, dilo, vesiwai, wiri wiri, etc., vau, but also native tree seedlings, dakua, kavula, yasi, rosa rosa, all those sort of species that need to be planted as terrestrial trees. But we've also got, fruit trees also. As you know that, as the PS for Agriculture would tell us, we don't actually have breadfruit orchards in Fiji. We don't have avocado orchards in Fiji. They, basically grows in the wild. Even things like Eevee. It's grown in the wild. When it's season, people go and pick it and we sell it by the roadside. But there's no systemic approach. We don't even have a mango orchard in Fiji. There's one in Niangara, but it doesn't bear fruits much anyway. Jackfruit, citrus trees, all of these is enormous economic opportunities to move the Fijian agriculture sector to the next stage. And also, as we said, we have the moral obligation, notwithstanding the fact that we have almost negligible carbon footprint compared to the rest of the world. We have a moral obligation to also continue to reduce our carbon footprint. We have a target of net zero emissions by 2050. This will fit into that game plan, the big game plan. And as I said, more fundamentally, it's providing jobs for people. It will pay at least the minimum wage rate. As you know, that's going up to $4 an hour by January of next year. It will involve women's organizations, youth groups, and any other groups that want to participate in this. We also are looking at a multi-ministerial effort. So you've got Ministry of, obviously, Environment, you've got Waterways, you've got Economy, you've got Itauke Affairs, you've got Agriculture, Youth and Sports, Women, Rural and Maritime Development. It's extremely cross-cutting. And it is through the efforts of all these ministries that we'll be able to ensure that we engender not only this way of thinking, but be able to roll this program out to all the different parts of Fiji and the different groups that these ministries specifically actually deal with. I'd like to also just highlight it's slightly in excess of $8 million, which will be spread over a period of 3 years. The Ministry of Economy, together with the Ministry of Environment, will ensure that those people are involved in it, how they can get registered. We involve also Ministry of Commerce and Trade as part of that too, because some of these can actually bloom into smaller businesses and indeed go into bigger businesses. There's enormous potential and economic opportunities in this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank once again the World Bank. I'd like to thank all the different agencies. We hope to have the advertisements up on all the different web pages of all the ministries very soon, at least in the next couple of days. And it is one of those projects. It's not only about the optics of it. It's also from a very practical perspective. It provides sustained livelihoods. It provides, agricultural potential in Fiji. It also then provides a form of having what we call nature-based solutions to environmental degradation or the threats of climate that we are facing. Whether it's in the temperature rise of the sea, whether it's in terms of coastal erosion and providing protection for that, all of that actually does get addressed holistically now through these particular mechanisms, and obviously we need to continue to do more. So thank you very much to the World Bank, and thank you for the agencies who are here. I forgot to mention the municipal councils also. I think they can play a pivotal role, not just City Council. Please, the world is bigger than Suva. We need to get out of Suva, go to the other parts of Fiji, and to ensure that the other municipalities also participate in this. This should be one of the key areas. There's a lot of opportunities whether we're planting, have a Jobs for Nature program, planting trees along our highways to beautify the highways. This is something that we talked about some time back. And to be able to create this salubrious environment, not just for visitors, but also our citizens. The last point I want to make, it also creates opportunities for what we call backyard gardens, where we'll be looking for seedlings. We need seedlings. We'll be working, of course, with the Ministry of Forestry too, but we need lots of seedlings. There'll be people who will be transporting the seedlings, there'll be people who will be growing the seedlings, who will be nurturing them, and then we buy it off them. So it's a whole gambit of people that in fact will be able to benefit from this particular scheme. And in all of this, we need, of course, need high levels of transparency. We need those people who will be participating in it to ensure that they do their work with diligence, but also with a lot of integrity, so that we can actually contribute on this path in the years to come. Thank you once again, and thanks.
That's the book. It's like a bay leaf, or it looks almost like the leaves like bay leaves. Yeah, it's similar to that. It's a timber tree.
There? Thank you.